Now show me long and smooth. Long, smooth, wow. Heck of a swing, Walt. Hey, if you're getting a little bit older and you really don't want your driving distance and your overall power in your golf swing to diminish, then hey, you're in the right place, because in this video we're going to talk about what I call my my magic sequence of drills that's going to help you get your club head speed up, your distance way longer. It's going to really help turn back the clock like Walt's done. Anybody can believe that someone like me, 50, I'm just a young punk, can hit the ball 300 yards no problem, but when you get to be 72, it just feels a lot more like you're working uphill every day at that point. So rather than Walt getting shorter each year, Walt's actually, he's turned the tables, and he's actually picked up a ton of yardage in the last year or so with the help of some of these drills that we're going to show you. So hey, if you're looking for a few more yards off the tee and hit it straight to boot, then hey, keep watching. We're going to show you how it's done. Hey, this is Steve from HitItLonger.com. I'm on a journey to hit it longer and straighter off the tee, but I'm also really enthusiastic and passionate about sharing it with you and helping you get longer and straighter off the tee as well. Like I've passed on with Walt. Walt is responding, and he's hitting the longest drives of his life, making golf a lot more fun, and hopefully it'll make golf a lot more fun for you when you're hitting it longer and straighter all the way to the green. Hey, and don't forget, pick up a couple of freebies that I'm offering. I've put the links in the description down below. One is to my 50 tips ebook for hitting your longest drives ever. We're going to be talking about some of those principles in this video, as well as my 30-minute slice cure video you can pick up, and you can actually follow along and watch that video in real time at the range while you're working on the drills, and literally within 30 minutes you might be drawing the ball and hitting a lot farther. So we're going to cover some of those principles in this video as well. All right, one of the first things that we worked on back in the early days, we worked a lot on Walt's flexibility, and Walt was pretty much, you'd say, stiff as a board, stiff as a concrete wall back in those days. We're using my POWER COIL PRO, my product that's going to help you get the widest, longest backswing, the biggest shoulder turn of your life, and we've got it here. Walt has been using this most every week during our lessons. Let's show them how it works at home, just the beginner mode. Go ahead and walk it out a bit and narrow the feet up. Really good. So what we're going to do is take the bow. Now, he's already in a really powerful position. You can see this is simulating a really nice, 90-degree shoulder turn with the club all the way to parallel. So this is actually pretty easy to get to in the first or the second set that you do with this training aid. And so if you're much far short of this, boy, you're going to get a ton of extra club head speed by lengthening and widening your wind up. So now what I'm going to do with Walt, we're going to work on getting this arm a little bit straighter and wider. And notice what that's done is it's really expanded the number of inches between his back shoulder and the club shaft. Now look here, now keep pushing there, push it straight and cock the wrists a little bit more. Beautiful. Now again, remember, remind them how old you are again, Walt. 72. So you have a 72-year-old here who's making about a 120-degree shoulder turn, and he's got the club almost a foot above his shoulder. So he's really in position here to get some club head speed. You know, so in my students, the minimum gain that I've seen with this tool is about 4 or 5 miles an hour, but I've seen as much as 15 miles an hour picked up. You know, this is again someone who's swinging very short and narrow, and if we can really lengthen out that shoulder turn and lengthen out the width and length of the backswing, you're going to be amazed at how easy you can swing, and still, like we showed you in the intro, how Walt was easily able to hit a ball over 250 yards and with looking really smooth and balanced. So Walt, back at the beginning, I think I had to put an electric cattle prod on you to get you to swing about 78 miles an hour, and that was you looking like you were rowing against the tide. But now to be swinging that much faster, you don't get there by swinging medium or smooth, you get there by training out of your comfort zone fast. And that segues us nicely into what we're going to do with the next two drills. Now we're going to repeat the stretch drill we just did with the Power Coil Pro, and I'm going to put this orange whip in your hands. So Walt, the see the orange ball exercise works like this. You keep winding up this orange whip until you can see the orange ball out of the left eye, and then go ahead and swing it all the way through until you can see it out of the right eye. And what we're going to try to do is tap into that same muscle memory we were just developing with the Power Coil Pro in this nice long wide position. What we're going to do is we're going to register the swings on the blue radar here. And what we're going to be after a little bit of a ladder drill where you're going to start with that gravity assisted feeling swing, and then we're going to go like gravity +1, gravity +2, gravity +3, and keep the blue radar just climbing slowly. All right, we're going to go see the ball and see the ball. Okay, so that registered at 67 miles an hour. Now you're going to beat that by like 2. Okay, you beat it by 12. Walt tends to jump ahead sometimes. Now a little faster. Okay, 84. Notice the balance is still there. See the ball and see the ball. Okay, let's see if we can do one more and break through that 85 level in rhythm and swoosh. 86, still nicely in balance. And I think doing it in a ladder style like this allows us to feel the difference between speed. You feel like, oh, that's what a mile or 2 an hour more feels like. Oh, I can do that again. I can do another mile and then another mile. I think that's what helps us learn what speed feels like. Now we're going to move on and we're going to do a ladder drill with the speed whoosh. We're going to do the same kind of thing where we do 5 or 6 swings, and we're going to see how fast you can get up to. Now, I know what Walt's record is, and he said it the other day, but let's see if he can match that near the end of this set. Okay. So let's start off kind of aggressive, but not full out. We're going to go long and whip. Okay, and go longer. Terrific. Let's go faster. Great. 2 more. Wonderful. And 1 more. Really, that's it. That's the way. All right. For the next step, we're going to be doing the same exercise, kind of full out now. We're going to be swinging again. The key to this is really swinging way outside your comfort zone. You're not ever going to help build your club head speed simply by swinging the same old swing. Anything that you can work above your normal comfort zone is going to help coordinate you, make your muscles a little more explosive, and help you raise your club head speed overall. All right, we're going to give it a shot. The same exercise. Going to be maybe all out starting on the second one. So this is long and whip. All right, 95 miles an hour already. Long and faster. All right, I think you're 1 off your record at 101. Going to try to go for it. Okay, 101 again, 2 more attempts. Long and swoosh. Swing above the earth a little bit and whip. All right, really good set. We had 2 swings there over 100 miles an hour. Not bad for 72. And now we're going to show you what this turns into as we put a ball in the way. Okay, now we're going to show you not how Walt can hit these balls and spray them all over the place trying to swing 101. I think 102 was your all-time record with no golf ball. But instead what we're going to do is show you that how smooth you can swing when you bring it down about 6 or 7 miles an hour off of your Mac. Swinging 6 or 7 miles an hour is almost going to seem like the gravity assisted swing. Right. So let's start with that, okay. And then if we're successful, we'll maybe put the gravity assisted swing +1 into it. All right, so we're going to go thumb on top, turn way to the right, long and smooth. Wow, that ball was pummeled. Great swinging, Walt. Let's check this one out. It's still rolling. On track, man. Okay, so we had that one at about 89 miles an hour, and the ball went 243 yards, which is really efficient distance, you know, 89 miles an hour, probably around 250 is going to be your outer limits. So hitting at 243 and in the left side of the fairway is going to be a pretty good drive. Yeah. Let's show them one more. We're going to see if we can go, let's say, gravity assisted plus that little burst at the bottom that we talk about. Thumb on top, turn right. Okay, wait to add the burst at the very end, long, and wow, just crushed. Walt, you're on today. All right, so with that extra little burst, you went from 89 miles an hour up to 91.2 miles an hour. Just for fun, you want to show them one more of the turbo with the turbo. Well, you shouldn't be playing at turbo speed, especially if you're the average golfer, like, you know, Walt's 85, 90 on his average score, and can sometimes fall apart and have bad days. And so it's really, for him, it's not about hitting his longest drive on every hole, but it's more about making them look more alike. And so we would like to stay more under control out on the course. But just for fun, we're going to show a little more turbo at the bottom this time, and just show everybody what you can do. So we're going to go extra long this time and swoosh. Big speed there. So there's something, I don't know what it is, there's something magical about doing all these drills in this order, where somebody, the average golfer, like somebody who most of you might be watching right now, you're going to pick up at least 5, and there's a good chance you might pick up closer to 10 or 15 miles an hour pretty quickly doing this series of exercises. And that's really going to translate out to, maybe as much as 30 or 40 yards you might be looking at. And that's somebody, if you're more at the lower end like Walt was, just swinging 78, you know, if you're swinging 105 or 10, you know, it becomes under the law of diminishing returns. Hey, we're going to go back and hit a few more drives.
Thanks, Steve.
Have a little bit more fun and keep working out these kinks. Hey, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks to Golf Development Complex in Moore Park, California, for hosting us today and having us here. We had a lot of fun. And hey, as usual, if I don't see you in the next video, I'll see you longer and straighter down the fairway. Take good care. Balance.